And here we have the unsung heroes of a motorcycle's rear end, the swing arm spool. And you thought it was something else. At first glance, they might not seem like much, but these small components are the backbone of stability, making lifting and maintenance simple and efficient. Swing arm spools gained traction in the late 1980s and early 1990s, a time when track day culture flourished and motorcycle enthusiasts took their maintenance game to the next level. The first generation of spools were as simple as they come, and at times we just use a nut and bolt. And even after 45 years later, you can still find that classic no-frills design. Sure, there have been variations over the years, but today we're stepping things up. We're transforming this aluminum roll bar into something unique. Darko's version of swing arm spools. Let's begin. This is version D1.0, but today we're leveling up to the next milestone, version D2.0. But first, let's talk about the foundation. What are these spools made out of? Affordable versions are usually machined out of the softest aluminum, typically alloy 1100, a material that's 99% pure aluminum. However, it's typically not very strong and used in manufacturing of food containers, decorative pieces, and yes, budget-friendly swing arm spools. So what makes a great material for swing arm spools? Well, titanium would be my number one choice. But let's be honest, a few of us are willing to spend a week's salary on spools. The next best choice is aluminum. Yeah, but specifically T6000 alloy. Let's kick things off by drilling a hole, but not just a hole, a center hole. And what's the best tool for that job? The center hole drill bit. What else? Creating a center hole ensures your drill bit doesn't wander off center.
Hey there, awesome people. If you love this video, or even if you didn't, give it a thumbs up so we know you're still with us. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so we can spam your inbox with more amazing content. Oh, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.
And now that we have a center hole drilled, we need to get a precise diameter of the hole. And the best way to do that is use a bolt. Too tight? Oh, just right. I must admit, that's a perfect hole. Next is to machine the recess for the head of the bolt. And using the head of the bolt for measuring works for me. The goal is to machine a spool with cosmetic features that convey sophistication and individuality, while staying subtle without screaming, "Hey, look at me," and then having a good laugh. I know it doesn't look much, but trust me, it's going in the right direction. I'm using a black marker to enhance contrast on the part. I know some of you have eagle vision, but not me. And this helps me see the details better. With two lines marked and clearly visible, you may be wondering, what are they for? Well, honestly, nothing. I just wanted to make it look like I knew what I was doing. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, facing the face. This is where beauty meets function, and as always, it's in the eye of the beholder. My eye. And I have to say, it turned out spectacular. Clean lines, smooth surface, and just the right touch of refinement. And now, it's time to finish machining the groove where the spool supports will rest against the spool, giving it a stable and secure surface. Yeah. With the groove machined to its final thickness, it's time to machine the spool to its approximate length. Now comes a quick polish, and this by far is my favorite part. It means the spool is nearly complete, and best of all, I can't mess it up anymore. Let's start. But before I start polishing, I need to make one slight adjustment. Well, that could have turned out really bad, but it didn't. But I would like to point out is this. Notice how cool I was. There was no panic, no swearing. It's like I've done this before. Many times. Yeah. Now that we are finished, I'm not going to torture you by making you watch me machine the other spool. And the reason is, as I already have. We good? Time to give them a sleek final polish. Polished surfaces not only look great, but also reduce drag and improve aerodynamics. Don't just take my word for it. Check it out. Word. One or two things is going to happen. Either the bolts will come out easily, or they'll just spin in place. If they spin, it means the threads are corroded. Steel bolts can cause corrosion in aluminum over time. And what you're seeing isn't dirt, it's aluminum dust. This is going to be interesting. Cool. Both spools came off easily. Now let's take a closer look at the threads. And this one with the dust looks better than I expected. And the other one looks even better. I think we dodged the proverbial bullet here. Before installing any bolts, I'll need to clean the threads.
Hey there, awesome people. If you loved this video, or even if you didn't, give it a thumbs up so we know you're still with us. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so we can spam your inbox with more amazing content. Oh, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.
Now, this doesn't mean you have to rush out and replace your steel bolts with stainless ones. However, if your bike is more than 5 years old, I recommend removing the bolts, cleaning them, and putting a metal anti-seize paste on. This will help with the corrosion. And for those riders who plan to track their bikes, I would replace the steel bolts. The reason being is one low side or a track excursion, you won't have any spools left. Talking from experience. This is a bolt, and specifically, it's my swing arm spool bolt. An M10 1.25 fine pitch bolt. And replacing it with a stainless steel one has been my quest for almost 3 weeks. And I finally gave up. And an online retailer is selling them for $7 each. That's like 2 large and 1 medium coffee for a bolt that's worth less than a quarter of a Timbit. I could buy them from a local supplier. However, they need a minimum purchase of 50 units. I don't think I'll ever use up 50 units in my lifetime. Instead, I turned to my local motorcycle shop, who supplied me with 2 chrome bolts, 8 assorted screws, advice, all for, now get this, 2 large coffees and 1 medium. The advice alone is worth more than 3 coffees. Not a bad trade-off. So you might be asking, why go through all this trouble? Well, I don't like the way steel bolts look with my new spools. They look plain and rusty. You must admit, chrome bolts look a lot better. I believe they're well worth the effort. Yeah. And that brings us to the conclusion of this video. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for watching to the end. It's much appreciated. And remember, always hug your pets. Until next time, take care.